Gimbal. Tonight, Bart's guest will be Baby Irene. Dr. Richard Osgood, author of Leisure Suits Cause Cancer. Our special feature, Bury the Hatchet, starring Father Joseph Case and his parents. And back for the television first, Mr. Howard Palmer, the Iron Lung pianist. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now, your host and mine, Mr. Barth Gimbal.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you very much for your wonderful response. And speaking of response, I want to thank you especially all you people who wrote in after last night's show and insisted they rehire me again for tonight's show. It's the kind of thing I really want. Personally, I'm not surprised. I think response-wise, I think I did, frankly, a pretty good job myself. But if the station insists on doing this ridiculous day-to-day contract basis, well, the paperwork is their headache. I just look at it this way. If they've got the carbon paper and the time, Bart's got the pen, if you know what I mean. And apparently I've got the audience, too. I just want to say, as far as that goes, you people have been wonderful. It's just, I think we have here some of the finest people in all of Ohio, if not the entire Midwest right here, huh? How about it? Yep. It's really almost mind-boggling in a way to think that a town that has gone so far as to actually, well, kill my brother would be so nice to me and welcome you with such open arms. And everyone's been just great. Ed McPherson, down at McPherson's Furniture, I think we all know, he just did a wonderful thing. He sent along a little complimentary thing. It was probably the most genuinely tasteful living room furniture I have seen since I left Miami. And certainly going to put it to good use. They also make that tape recorder that he gave me for my car, the one with no tape hiss whatsoever, which is something that really bothers me. I know. Well, how about you, Howie? It's bothersome.
Not at all.
Incidentally, this is Howie Palmer here, who was with us last night, the Iron Lung pianist. Remember? He was so fabulous last night and did such a wonderful job, I figured,
Thank
hey,
you,
well, you're welcome. If he can overcome the handicap, get him back here, because he's not the kind of man that wants your pity or your money. He just wants to be a good, constructive part of society and make his music, and we're very pleased to have him back. He'll be playing for us a little later. I guess you know, it goes without saying almost, that I've been around this crazy business of show, as we call it, for quite some time, and I've seen them come and go. I've seen the stars, the would-be stars, and the people that were just stars for a second, twinkling, and then burn out and become just black holes. I've seen them all. I know talent when I see it, though. And when I see talent, I want to expose it. I want to expose it right here on my show. And we're going to be doing that from time to time in a segment I call Rocket to Stardom.
So you want to be famous, your chance has come. Now you're on Rocket to Stardom.
Okay. Tonight on Rocket to Stardom, a young lady who was already a big star in her own right, the lovely Baby Irene. Baby Irene. May I call you Baby?
Yes.
Okay, fine, baby. I didn't know the gun was loaded. You decided to do a song about gun control. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I really don't think about guns. They're sort of nasty, but I think that people should be able to, you know...
Shoot them if they like. Of course, I think we all agree with that.
Because if a robber's trying to get in...
Good point. Good point. How old are you, darling?
5.
5. That's good. You can do that on one hand. How long have you been in show business?
Well, it seems an awful long time. I think maybe all my life.
All your life. You're very, very good. I think you've got everything you need. You can tap dance already better than Ginger Rogers, and you're certainly taller than Joel Grey. What I'd like to know is, do you have an agent?
No, I don't think so.
Well, would you like some candy or gum? I have both.
I don't know.
Okay. Is your mom here?
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll speak to her about this agency business. Why bother you? You're an artist, aren't you? You don't want to be troubled with that kind of thing. But I think if your mother and I can... You don't chew gum. Of course not. But I will speak to your mother, and we may be seeing a lot of you here on Rocket to Stardom. Would you like that? That'd be wonderful. We'll be right back after these important words. How about What a band, huh? Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers. Boy, how do you get such a sound out of just 5 pieces like that? Half it's something. It's almost international. Come on over here and let the people get to meet you, huh? Sit her down, Hap. That is fabulous. That is fabulous. You met Baby Irene, of course.
I did.
Boy, you do that so well. You don't really need to do that, though, do you, huh? That's why they call you Happy. You have a pretty good business life here in town, don't you?
Well, yes, I do. I do very well, and frankly, I've been raking in some big bucks lately, Bart. See, my franchise dental service is really jumping along. And then I have a couple of fast food franchises. You know.
Yeah.
But we specialize. We specialize in hamburgers and hot dogs, that sort of thing.
Popular.
Yeah, we call it the bun and run.
Oh, that's what you made that up yourself, probably. That's good.
No, I got it from Sammy Kaye.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So you could actually probably disband the band and still make a living, couldn't you?
Well, music is my hobby and my first love, and so is business.
Sure.
I like to say music is my biggest fun, but the money comes from bun and run.
This talk is making me kind of hungry.
Yeah, I'm sure, Jerry. Well, listen, it's been great talking to you, Happy, and we'd like to get on with things, but we got a big show tonight. Maybe come back and talk to us again, huh?
Yes,
oh, okay,
sure.
Okay, get back to the band now.
Yes.
Thank you.
That Baby Irene and myself could put away some burgers now, couldn't we?
Yes, we could, Jerry, but right now we have to bring on our next guest. Our next guest just barely got a chance to come on last night. We ran out of town. He's been working with the Fernwood Community College, Department of Biochemistry. Would you welcome, please, Dr. Richard Osgood. Doctor?
Yes.
This, of course, is Baby Irene. She was sorry.
All right.
Doctor, that was quite a bombshell you laid on us last night at the end of the show. Could you tell us a little bit about what you were talking about?
Yes, well, we've been doing about 2 years of research involving the carcinogenic properties of various synthetic fabrics, double knits, and polyesters.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a lot of laymen here tonight, and for sure. And what is that exactly in layman's terms?
Well, very simply stated, it means that leisure suits cause cancer.
Exactly. How does that happen?
Well, you see, normal body heat causes these fibers to separate, and they're all synthetic oil-based materials, and they begin to emit certain gases, which can be very dangerous to humans if they breathe around the collar and lapel area.
Mm-hmm. In other words, the pants would be fine.
No, there's no danger involving the pants, as long as you don't inhale near someone's pants.
Again, see that happening, actually, but...
Well, no, there is a case, actually, that's not funny, because small children tend to cling to the legs of their parents.
This is true.
This is true, and in a case where you have a father who is prone to have sweaty legs,
Sure.
a child who is clinging there and breathing in the thigh area could be in danger.
Well, that's a good thing to think.
It's all right to hold on to the leg as long as you don't inhale into the trouser.
Right, as long as if the child will hold his breath.
Or breathe away from
Remember
the
that
trouser.
tonight when you go home, huh? That's good. Doctor, how did you get all this phenomenal information?
We did exhaustive research involving thousands of laboratory rats. We dressed them in these tiny leisure suits.
Jerry, you want to touch that?
Yes.
That's very good tailoring.
We had another sort of control group, if you will, that were only they were only these tiny sport jackets.
Sport jacket.
These are some of the actual rats.
Oh, there's a little fellow.
They're trying to get out of the leisure suits
I can't blame you.
because they know.
Yes.
I think we think they sense.
Well, maybe the telegraph itself.
Oh yes. Well, they're very nervous. Now this one is wearing, as you can see, a sport jacket.
It's a Glen Platt.
A regular, yes, it's a natural fiber. It breathes with the body, and you see, there was another sort of sociological difference that we noticed. The sport jacket rats tended to mingle better with the rats of the opposite sex. They were more intelligent, and they mated more successfully. Excuse me. They mated more successfully than the leisure suit rats.
I'll be darned. Well, doctor, what can we do about this problem?
I haven't the faintest idea.
These leisure suit rats then not only were socially unsuccessful, but also died, which is kind of a double handicap there.
No, they did not die. The leisure suit rats did not die. They're still alive. They do have cancer, though. We're doing some research with Laetrile leisure suits. Now that it's legal, and we think we may have some results with that.
Well, I think it'd be wonderful if we could have some sort of legislation or something to help.
Yes,
us
well,
out.
we've recommended legislation that that it becomes a misdemeanor for anyone to wear a leisure suit more than once a week, and a felony to own more than 2 of them.
Doctor, I want to thank you for coming by here and wish you and your colleagues all the luck in the world. Continue to be such wonderful watchdogs for we people in Fernwood.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thanks
Bart.
from all of us.
Okay. Dr. Richard Osgood. We'll be right back after these important...
Martin Mull and Fernwood Tonight will return in just a moment.
Okay, we're back. One of the things we like to do here in Fernwood Tonight is to be a good citizen, really, to do our part in bringing the community together, to try and repair any differences or problems between our citizens. And
That's right. We try to deal with problems which, if left unattended, might fester and swell and burst like some infected, pussy blister and ooze into the bloodstream of our community and make us all sick.
something like that, Jerry. To do that, from time to time, we're going to invite the public on the show, plain, simple folks like yourself, who come on and air their differences in a mature manner. We will then let you, the people, be the jury. Vote on the issue at hand, and the warring parties have promised to abide by your verdict.
Sounds fair.
I think it's fair. So if you have a beef with someone you hate, let's say, and the two of you just can't seem to work it out, maybe you should call us and try to get on Bury the Hatchet.
There's a problem here, but we're gonna patch it, 'cause now's the time to bury the hatchet.
Okay. To my right is Father Joseph Case from Our Lady of Immaculata Catholic Church here in Fernwood. And to my left are Mr. and Mrs. Franklin Case, who are his parents. Why don't you folks go first, if that's all right with His Holiness? Okay, fine.
Well, this year, a California court ordered that certain members of a strange religious cult could be taken from the group and returned to their parents to be deprogrammed. And that's what we would like to have done.
In other words, you want to deprogram a Catholic priest.
We want our son Joey to be taken away from the Catholics and to be given back to us so we can clear his mind of all that silly mumbo-jumbo.
In other words, you people are not Catholics yourself.
No, sir. Not on your life.
Lutheran?
My religion is between me and my God.
Okay, keep it that way.
Well, when he first started this monkey business, we thought he would get over it, that he'd grow out of it. But it's gone on too long, and we've just got to put a stop to it.
How long has he been with the Catholics, Mrs. Case?
14 years. They've just taken complete control of his head. They've just made a zombie out of him, kneeling down all the time, speaking in a foreign tongue, mumbling to himself. I tell you, it's just pitiful.
Okay, great. I think we've heard quite a bit from this side over here. Let's let the father say what he has to say for himself.
I know it's unusual for a man of the cloth to appear on your program, but I'd like to say that my appearance here today is to demonstrate the love I have for my parents and the desire to make my family a close-knit one once more. The Catholic Church is the place that filled the spiritual void I felt inside myself. It's the life I wanted then and the life I want now. It's that simple.
He's 37 years old and he's still not married. He hasn't got children, he hasn't got a family, he don't have a job, and he wears black day and night. Now that's...
The issue here today is freedom of choice.
Okay.
I have chosen God.
Oh, now let's not drag God into this, Joey. You come from a God-fearing family. We didn't raise you to drink wine in a holy place and to dress up silly and to lead that cockamamie parade up the aisle. Pouring water on a baby's head. And moving your arms back and forth, talking in gibberish.
Mother, I came here to make you happy. I will not stay here and have you condemn my beliefs.
You forget about your family from the time we loved you when you were a baby, Joey. You call everybody your brother. You got all those women running around with their party hats, calling themselves your sister.
Well, I think what she's referring to there are the nuns, if I'm not mistaken, am I right? I think we've heard enough from both sides now. I think it's time for us to decide, audience. So let's try to make a decision so we can all be friends and, as we put it, bury the hatchet. All of those of you in the audience who think that Father Joseph Case should be returned to his parents for deprogramming, please show so by applauding. Okay, fine. Now, those of you who think that Father Case should stay with the Catholics, would you applaud? Well, I guess it's in their hands now, so to speak. And, Father, you've been very, very lucky, and you've won this one. Well, I know this is kind of depressing for both of you, but don't feel too bad. I think we have some wonderful gifts for him, don't we, Jerry?
That's right, Bart. The Cases will enjoy dinner for two at Home of Hotcakes. Your choice of buckwheat irregular with delicious syrups of boysenberry, strawberry, or maple. And from Peterson's Hardware, your choice of this deluxe alloy-forged garden rake or 2 pounds of mix-and-match nails and screws. Yours from Peterson.
Give him a nice hand. Wonderful sports. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, dejected parents. You're wonderful sports. And right now, well, I think you guessed it, we're going to go to a tap dance. Actually, this is a first, a modest inspiration of my own conception. I did this myself. It's a marriage of the popular dance form of tap, you've heard of that, and the classical music form of classical music. Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Palmer, our miracle pianist with that wonderful, wonderful laid-back style. He'll be playing Mozart's Sonata No. 16 while in his iron lung. And baby Irene, the child star we saw earlier, she'll be tap dancing in an act that I like to call, try this, The Muse and the Machine. Nice work.
Wow. Did I need money? So you know what
Thank you. That's our show for tonight. I want to thank Happy Kine and the orchestra, and especially my guests, Dr. Richard Osgood and his wonderful mice.
Rats. It's a rat.
Of course they are. And Mr. and Mrs. Case here, Father Case, Baby Irene, and of course, Howie Palmer. So, until tomorrow night, when let's hope we've signed a new contract for tomorrow night, God willing, this is Art Kimball saying good night, everybody.
Also appearing on tonight's show were Bruce Mahler as Howard Palmer, Georgie Irene as Baby Irene, Craig Richard Nelson as Dr. Richard Osgood, Pearl Shear as Mrs. Iris Case, Brian Avery as Joseph Case, and Wayne Winton as Tom Case.
Stay tuned for some explosive scenes from Channel 13's world premiere motion picture special, Evening in Byzantium, starring Glenn Ford and Shirley Jones.